Oh, hello. Oh, and, and good afternoon. I'm scary, but at the same time, I'm very happy to see again you here in the conference. It's not my first one, but it's the first time that I'm in the stage with a personal project. I am Valerio Fissolo, I'm from Italy, and I love Blender because it's the answer to many technical questions during my working life. And today's question is, can computer graphic boost motorsport? I don't know, maybe yes. But I want to start the story from the last Blender conference when I back to home and I decided to create something by my own. And yeah, the story starts here. Well, Unkredible Studios is just a name. It was my playground when I learned and experiment some new feature about Blender 2.8. And so during my free time, I spend my evening to create some assets, and I post in my Instagram profile behind this fake name because I don't know, I don't want that someone look at me as Valerio, but as my real skill. And why Formula One and why motorsport? I'm passionate in this sport since early 90s, and when Federation released this render at the beginning of 2020, I decided to improve my skill in modeling cars by follow this reference. And after a few evenings, the result is this one. It's very simple and clean shape, but I don't like it. I don't post on my profile because there are anything about me inside this model. So maybe inspired by my friends that are car designer, I try to create a concept, create a new vision about this car. So I spend more time on this, and this is the result. I'm today too very proud of this model. It's not like the actual car, but there are some shapes, some wings that are very interesting, and the most important things that I received from the social media are that this model doesn't like to other 3D artists, but was really appreciated by the expert of the motorsport. I don't know why. Maybe because it looks like a real model. This is other detail of the model, rivets, caps that are just miss the engine, but all the other parts are modeled. And okay, yes. This thing allowed me to monetize a little bit by receiving tips, especially from graphic designer that use this model for create that livery. Now, after maybe 1 year, Federation released new information about the 2022 rules, and I created this 3D volumetric model of the bounding box of every part of the car, and I decided that is the moment to update my model. But in another part of the world, and at the same time, an engineer from the UK, Chris Paul, have the same idea, and I meet him via Twitter, and I see that he was working on my model, and he changed some part like the front wings, the rear, and maybe the bottom of the car. So I take the opportunity, I collaborate with him, and I consider this one the first real project that I release as Unkredible Studios, because it's not only a 3D model, but is an asset for graphic designer. So after we see what is the technique inside the model. Different, it's not real huge. Maybe the front wings is different, but the really different is inside the asset that I provide to my customer. So on the bottom you can just see a 3D model of a car, and under the image, under the line, you can see a product useful for the graphic designer that work in the motorsport. So in this moment, we have focused on our goal, that is provide a smart asset to graphic designer, and for increase the parts, the experience with our products, we create other parts, other front wings, side pod, and rear wings that are available, and designer can change inside Blender. But Chris is also a tireless modeler, and have a very good eye for the shape, and he continues to create other assets, and we expand the garage of our model. So he is the modeler, and I refine and finish technically the asset. And but the experience is done not only on the customization of the library, it's also in the customization of other parts, like the entire compound of tire. Okay. Oh yes, when we have the assets, it's very easy to create a funny animation with EV, like this one, and all the presentation is made with EV. And so imagine someone that could be customized, and we provide to designer the tool for do it. Okay, but today I'm here also to talk a little bit about my business, that is not only create and sell assets. It could be a bad way, I think. My real, this is only a consequence. My real goal is to help other people to have success, to create something, good stuff. So today I'm very proud to present you just a little presentation about my customer that with my product create other content like this. Lot of names. Thank you. Thank you. But quickly, how is possible do this? The model is provided with a good UV of all the body of the car. That is for designer editable in something like Photoshop or by hand, anything you want. And You don't need to know Blender, but just follow some easy step, like put your design inside the socket. So it's very, when you open the asset, you see in lime green this one. And with the camera and lighting setup that are provided inside the model, it's very easy to press or animation and create 8 or 10 preview of the library. So it's not a tool for a 3D expert, it's a tool for designer that want to see the final output, the final result in more dimension. So I changed my mind when I stopped into seeing the 3D model as a product, and I'm focused on the Blender experience. So as I say, my target are graphic designer that pro and beginners both are not expert of 3D. So I provide an easy tool that allow them to create the final output in very few minutes with DV in a few seconds. And some thank you to the developer that create these assets, because for speed up my workflow, I use a lot of this add-on. Also combined each one, because I prefer use one feature in one add-on and the other one for make something other. But what I prefer is the Deca machine, because solve one important issue about the car modeling, that are trims and rivets. All these parts are made by decal technique, so allow me to add a lot of detail on delivery, but the continuity of the UV and so also the graphics is perfect. Yeah, there are also, like the Emmet, also surfaces that are impossible to unwrap without stretch it. So for texturing and design, so some difficult parts, I use text tool for bake, and AK is the name that is amazing, because you just need to put your image in the right position, and it made the ring wrap on the model and the bake automatically. But I also like to be a part of the community that I create around Unkredible. So I hope to be a stimulation and an inspiration for my mates. For example, this project was born by starting from my base model, and by trimming duplication wheels and add engine and flaps and parts, and also changing the design livery, I created this retro collection of car inspired by the past. And also with EV, just by changing camera, one lights, and the focus point, I'll be able to create in 5 minutes render clip like this real office sound. Okay. Now I'm very proud to present some success story, in particular about Thomas, that he could not be there today, but I hope that my model was been a great help for him for create this content. All the art is made by Thomas. Just the product is made by me. Great work. And this led him to create content for Formula One marketing, and at the moment he is working on the promotion on the next Las Vegas Grand Prix of 2023. Look at the car. Well, and not only content animation, I'm also a great fan of racing simulation. So when I meet the project of Marco Pesce, I quickly call him and I try to collaborate, and we create this demo with my cars. At the moment, it's just a demo gameplay. The original game is already downloadable from the App Store, but I hope that the demo have a sequel soon. Oh, I told you about Chris Paul. He's a great fan of motorsport. He also a great 3D model, and thanks to his collaboration, we have provided to Envision Racing Formula E team a tool for design their delivery that compete in the next season of Formula E. This is not the secret livery, so it's just a vision of Chris Paul. And yes, Unkredible have touched the Olympus of motorsport thanks to Red Bull Racing that use the asset for see their graphics. And for this project, they use the same customized version of the helmet for create the NFT project. Oh, well, the summary. So, for resume my experience from zero to Unkredible Studios, I can say that if you want to start something, you need to do it now, on your seat, or today or tomorrow, but quickly. Start something is the best way to defeat the blank page. So I have this approach for many months, and after that I focus my goal, I continue in that way. But when I start, I model shoes, I model architecture, so anything I think in that time. And invest is your job, is your life, so invest time and money is very important. And share, oh, sorry, okay, well, it sounds like, share but pay attention, because I pass in this step. Share not to improve your ego, but to learn to improve yourself, to learn from the community, to improve your culture. So this is a very pain point that you need to follow and to understand. If you are curious or you have a new idea, I'm open. And if you learn more about my project, you can find me, especially on Instagram. I don't use a lot of social media, Twitter, just to talk with Chris. And it's okay. This last one, yes. No, I want to, on this 20th anniversary, I want to dedicate my last slide to a friend. So thank you.